up, everybody? My name is Amy, and this is the Ruby Pearl Glamper True Crime Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ruby Pearl Glamper True Crime Podcast. My name is Amy. Welcome to my show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm not really doing much of anything. I had to take my friend to the VA this morning, and I was just sitting here watching some old Glee reruns. Just a show I never really get tired of watching. I love to sing, so I, of course, love watching Glee. I just wanted to come on and really chit-chat. I don't really have any true crime news today. Just a couple of updates. Brian Kohberger waived his right to a speedy trial, so we may or may not see his trial start in October. The judge is still out on Ethan Crumley. There's been no word back on Ethan. Still waiting for that verdict on whether or not he's going to sentence Ethan Crumley to life without parole or give him a number of years. The search continues for Layla Santinello, the young woman who is missing out of Kingsport. Going from one subject to the other. Layla Santinello, who is missing out of Kingsport, Tennessee. The search is still on for Layla Santinello. So if you have any information on the whereabouts of Layla Santinello, or you have seen her before she went missing, please contact the Kingsport Police. Her mother is also on Facebook. Her name is Jennifer Santinello. If you have any information, they are desperately looking for missing Layla Santinello out of Kingsport, Tennessee. But other than that, in true crime news, that's really all I have today. I really just kind of wanted to come on and chit-chat and see who was out in YouTube land. There's some things going on here in the so-called true crime community. One of my fellow YouTubers has passed away. She was also a true crime channel that went by the name of Nana's Angels. She was a warrior in the pursuit of justice for Summer Wells. Always a very nice lady to me. I even participated on her panel a couple of times. but I haven't, followed her channel in quite some time. And that's just because I just can't sit and talk about the Summer Wells case every single day of my life. There's other people who need attention, and just we have no new information in the Summer Wells case. And so I just don't see beating a dead horse. I mean, how many times can you talk about either defending Donna Candace or talking about how much of a piece of crap Donna Candace are? It's one of the two, or all different theories as to what happened to Summer Wells. I mean, that's all you can talk about, and I just don't see the point of beating a dead horse. I also have never been here to make a name off of Summer Wells, or make money off of Summer Wells, or anything like that. I do cover her case. I think about Summer every day of my life. I named my cat Summer. I have a fairy garden built here at my little camper in the woods. A fairy garden and fountain built outside for little Summer. I have a beautiful wreath that I made for Summer. And why did I not get to take it to the church to give to the church in honor of Summer? Because of haters, true crime creator drama, that kind of bullshit. So, but I liked Nana. Like I said, she's been a true crusader for Summer Wells. And I rest easy. There's been some people out here that have had something to say about it that was not very nice. And I wouldn't expect anything less out of that person, out of that creator that has said terrible things, because they are the lowest of the scum beneath my toes. Just sick people out here, and that's why I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't even, done many shows here lately. I canceled my StreamYard several months ago when I actually left YouTube. And didn't have any intentions of coming back when I did, but was told I was missed. So I came back. But, this whole creator drama that goes on out here, it has made a mockery out of the true crime community. This whole "my dick's bigger than your dick" shit is ridiculous, and it has damaged the true crime community. When you're calling the victims of people who have loved ones missing with your drama, hey Pam, how are you? When you're calling victims' families who are desperately searching for their loved one, and you want to call them with some schoolyard child drama because you don't like that person, sickening, absolutely sickening. I don't know what's going on with adult midlife crisis now. Back in the day when you were going through midlife crisis, you'd go have an affair, with a younger woman or a younger guy, and go buy a sports car and a mini skirt and start bar hopping again. People might think that it's weird that I have vintage, as I've said before, my Glamper is my big girl rolling dollhouse. It's a vintage 1979 Dodge Class C. And it is decorated with my vintage Holly Hobby stuff that I had when I was that age in 1979. My vintage strawberry shortcake stuff. this place, it's pink, frills and gills and girly, and my whole bathroom is Marilyn Monroe. And, you know, people might think that that's weird or strange, that maybe this is my way of going through midlife crisis. Oh, thank you, Mouse. I appreciate it. I've got the curtains, bedspread, pillowcases, the whole 9 yards, sheets, the whole 9 yards. And then I've got strawberry shortcake in my kitchen, and a little bit in my front living part of my Glamper. But, you know, like, my idea of going through midlife crisis is I have resorted back to being a child. You know, I do my crafts and my painting and my coloring, and I watch all my old favorite TV shows on Roku and old movies and stuff like that. But, you know, and I'm just kind of, you know, being a child again. But everybody else, instead of doing something like that, or like I said, going out buying a sports car and having an affair with a younger person, they resorted back to schoolyard bullying. He just got home from work, and oh, okay. Yes, that's what I was just talking about. Was Nana's Angels passing away, and what terrible things a certain knockoff wants to had to say about it. I won't even give him a mention, because you know who the knockoff is, Pam. And you're still obsessed with Mickey? Yes. I love Mickey Mouse. I absolutely love Mickey Mouse, but and you know, I just got like I have the Rescuers. I have a VHS of the Rescuers. That's my favorite childhood movie. I've got my Funko Pops that my daughter bought me, that are actually, they're worth some money now. I've got Nikki Sixx, Marilyn Monroe, and Kurt Cobain. You can't see them, but I got my disco ball, and I got my disco lights and all in here, you know, and I just stay to myself, and, you know, and do my crafts and watch my TV and dance like nobody's watching. But these people out here being, yeah, him. But these people are out here done resorted back to schoolyard bullying. And I just don't know what to think about some of these people. And this environment on YouTube has become so unbearable. And over these last couple of days, I've come to realize that there's people here on YouTube that I really absolutely cannot stand. But when you have respect enough to sit down and have a conversation with me about something important, I'm willing to, you know, extend an olive branch and call a truce and work with somebody. And the other day, we were over on Mr. Griff's channel, and Mr. Benny Keyz politely came on panel and discussed with Pam and Griff and I about this new Blipboard stuff, and how it could all possibly bring us together, what a lot of us really, you know, came here for. You know, many of us started with the Summer Wells case, or the Gabby Petito case. I started over on Spotify long before I came to YouTube. And but I was encouraged by Gabby. I'd always wanted to do a show myself, and someone was finally courteous enough and unselfish enough that when I wrote to them and said, "Hey, I want to do a show like yours. Can you help me?" Got complete stranger on the internet, and he was more than happy to help me. Unlike a lot of these people on YouTube, where it's a popularity contest, it's my dick's bigger than your dick, it's who's the king ramrod of the Summer Wells case and who's doing the most for Summer Wells, or it's about kissing Don and Candace's ass, or it's about, you know, everybody's different. And, but you know, I was really interested in what Benny had to say, and in talking about this Flipboard stuff, and willing to support Benny on it. And I went to the site and everything, and I signed up for it and all. I didn't create a campaign or anything yet because I don't feel as though I can do that here with my channel. My channel's not monetized. I don't get donations through Cash App or anything like that. So I don't, and I don't have a big enough following here on my channel to start something like that, and get people, you know, to donate to the Blipboard to keep it up and going for Summer Wells or any other missing person or child or whatever for that matter. My channel's just not big enough, and I just don't have a big enough following to do it. And this Blipboard stuff, they do match you, like money match you, if you have a nonprofit organization. Like I said, my channel's not monetized. Oh, hi Lisa, how are you? Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting better with it after having to after my hair being down to my rear end and having to cut it off. So it's been like this for a couple of months now. I'm still getting used to it, but I like it. But thank you. So, but the way I understood Benny as he explained it to Griff and Pam and I was that you could have people go straight to that site and donate to your campaign. Like, let's say I started a campaign for a billboard for Summer Wells on Interstate 30 at Bryant, Arkansas. Well, let's just say. And I wanted to, like you all, my followers, to donate to it and help me keep it up, you know, with a missing sign for summer. You wouldn't be giving the money to me and depending on me to do what I say I'm going to do with it. You would go straight to the site there and donate to it. But I didn't find any kind of option for that. I didn't find any kind of, because I even put the name Summer Wells in the search bar and it came up empty, because I don't have a campaign with Summer Wells' name on it. So I don't yet understand how people can go to the site and be able to donate to it if there were a campaign, because what I've come to realize over the last couple of days is that because Benny came to Griff and I and Pam the way he did, respectfully, um, in an effort to uh, do something that brings us together to for the greater good of Summer Wells or another missing child. Yet we don't necessarily have to be all buddy buddies. Um, was by doing this, and that way we could trust and know where our money was going, because there apparently was a scam going in the beginning for a billboard for Summer Wells, and there was money embezzled, to my understanding. Um, yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to talk with Benny more about it. And like I said, I'm more than willing to donate to Benny's campaign. Um, and I'm more than willing to promote Benny's campaign, but I will only do it with Benny Keyz. I don't know who this Vern guy is, but I don't think I like him very much. I don't like what he's putting out there. And he's putting it out there. I don't even know where this guy came from. I've never seen him in the Summer Wells case. I mean, just because there are YouTube creators here that I don't follow, or even Twitter people that I follow, I've never before seen this guy in the Summer Wells case. There's creators here that just because I don't watch their channel or follow their channel, and they probably don't even know I exist, other than that, oh yeah, she's one of Bullhorn Betty's coffee climbers. Ew. You know, none of them even know I exist. So, but I know who they are. I've not ever seen this Vern guy, and I don't like what he's putting out there. We can all have an opinion as to what happened to Summer. We can all have theories and discuss theories as to what might have possibly happened to Summer. We can, yeah. Yeah, well, I wasn't around during all that. I didn't have anything to do with it, so I didn't really feel comfortable saying that guy's name. But thank you, Lisa. um, Now I lost my train of thought. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah, we're gonna have to get with Benny and figure out how people would go about donating to say his billboards. Oh, I was talking about that Vern dude. Yeah, I don't know about this dude. And I don't think I like him very much. We can all have theories about Summer and Candace and Dawn and whatnot. But anytime I ever say anything, unless it's an established fact or I know it's a fact, I'll say it's a fact. But it is my opinion of such. I will say that it's my opinion. You'll know I'm not putting out there as something as fact. And I feel like this guy is putting out some things about Summer that, while this may be his opinion, he's putting it out there as it's like a fact, like he has some kind of proof about it or something, and whatnot. But anyway, so, but I would be willing to support, and apparently this Vern guy is doing some of these blip boards, and I'm not gonna support. Now, I don't want to get into it too deep, Pam. You and Griff and I will discuss it privately. But there's just some of this I'm not going to support, and certain creators doing it that I won't support. But, you know, after we talk with Benny more about it, then I would be willing to donate there to the site, to his campaign and his blip board for Summer, as well as promote it here on my channel with what few followers I have, and tell them, look, this is a way that you can help Summer, and this is where your money's going. It's not going in Benny's pocket or anybody else's pocket. It's going into this company, and this is strictly for Summer, whether you like Benny or not, or me, or whoever. But there is some creators, like I said, that I won't support, and I don't think this Vern dude is going to be one of them. So that's just what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, I understand, Lisa. Believe me, I understand. That's why I'm saying that this idea, this donating to have a blip board put up. They're all over the United States. You can go to blipboards.com. And Pam, do you mind putting that in the chat? Blipboards, www.blipboards.com. And you can go there and see it. But like I said, I'm going to have to figure out how to find a certain person's campaign or blip board that I want to support and give money to, and be able to do that so that I can tell, my followers to do the same thing, and know that they're not putting money in somebody's personal cash app or personal pocket. But Benny is the only one I will support. And yes, I did not stutter. You heard me correctly. So, but, yeah, I just don't know about this Fern dude. And what I am afraid of, though, and I said something to Griff about it last night, is that this just being another contest amongst creators, in the effort to be the top dog or the top crusader for justice for Summer Wells or whatever, like I said, that's something I've never understood. As long as I've been in true crime, I've never understood why people make this stuff a contest. Why we can't all work together. I mean, if we say share completely opposite opinions about something, I could understand us wanting to work together. But if we might agree on this, or we don't agree on that, or but we can talk to each other civilly and whatnot, that I can work with. But there's some of these people out here that I can't support. And they damn sure don't support me. Never have and never will. So, there's just, yeah, I found out there's a lot of people further up the totem pole that I don't like here on YouTube than Benny Keyz. Believe that. A lot of people further up the totem pole. Damn. Benny, you're losing your game. Bunch more people got you beat in the asshole department. Anyway. So, y'all, I haven't mentioned this, but August 23rd of this year made 36 years that Kevin and Dawn were murdered. My friends that were murdered on the railroad tracks. And I said this last year, and I said it again this year, that I was maybe going to, I was going to email him earlier, Pam, and I went to typing in his email address, and I thought it would pop up in Google, but it didn't. So, it's Ben Lindsay something, but he put it in Griff's chat the other night. You might have to rewatch Griff's thing, and towards the end he did, I think, finally put his email in the chat. I guess I'll go back and watch it, but anyway, yeah. And I say every year that I'm going to do a podcast and talk about, my personal living through all that, and all my personal connection to everybody who was murdered and the suspects, and just talk about my whole 36-year journey through this mess that I would not wish upon anybody, especially a bunch of kids. But I was talking to my daughter the other night, and I was telling her about this YouTube video that I'd watched that it pissed me off because they said some bad things about Don's dad, Don Henry's dad. And I didn't like what they were saying. And she said, it must be weird. And I said, because I was telling her, I was like, I've watched hundreds of podcasts and documentaries and YouTube videos and stuff that people have done about Kevin and Don, but none of those people lived it like I did, and the rest of us did. No one has ever heard the story from somebody who lived it. And I want to tell that story, but it's just so emotional. There's still stuff that I know that I can't talk about because it's too dangerous. And things like that, the things that I wish I could tell people, but I can't. And it's just such an emotional ordeal that, I mean, believe me, Lisa, I want to do it. I do. And I don't know. I'm just going to have to be on the lookout, put on your notification bell, because one of these days I may just get a wild hair up my ass and decide to do it. I mean, if you listen back through some of my shows, I've like kind of gone off my topic and gone into it and talked about it and stuff. A few episodes ago, I actually talked about my ex-boyfriend that was with them that night that was murdered. His name is Keyz. And I talked about him and because I was discussing spirituality stuff and anyway, a spiritual experience that I had with him. And so that was why I kind of got off and was talking about him. But yeah, it's just still, every year on August the 23rd, I go back to being a 17-year-old kid. And I take myself in my mind, it's like a movie that replays. And I go right back to standing in front of the television and it coming on the news. And just being in shock. And then, as things unfolded, and then other people started dying, and we didn't know who was going to die next, and it was just, it's a big ordeal. It's one of the biggest conspiracy stories, government conspiracy stories, government cover-up stories you've ever read about. It's nuts. If ever you all have time and want to go and study the case, you can go to www.idfiles.com. You can search Kevin Ives and Don Henry. Here on my channel, I have an open playlist titled Kevin Ives and Don Henry. It has the documentary done by Pat Matricia called Obstruction of Justice, The Mina Connection. Pat Matricia also did the Clinton Chronicles documentary. And in the Clinton Chronicles documentary, Kevin and Don are also discussed. And also the Unsolved Mysteries episode that was done about Kevin and Don. It's called Friends to the End. It's in that playlist as well, and it's during the same episode as the DB Cooper heist. So if you're into DB Cooper, that's the first case they show in that episode. So if you get a chance, go watch here, like I said, here on my channel, watch Obstruction of Justice and watch the Unsolved Mysteries episode. And like I said, you can go to idfiles.com and read anything and everything you want to know about the case. And yeah, here on my channel, Lisa, there should be an open playlist that's titled Kevin Ives and Don Henry. And I've got the Unsolved Mysteries episode, and then the Obstruction of Justice documentary that was done. It's just in an open playlist. You might have to click on the playlist button, go on my channel, click on playlists maybe, and you can should be able to find it. But it's a really good documentary. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I've thought about doing last year, wanted to do it this year, but I have been in such a this has been a crazy month. For those of you that know, my daughter was in a car wreck at the beginning of the month, and I had to go stay with her and, heal her back to health and all, and then came home and, just trying to sort things out and everything. And then I actually looked at the calendar the other day, and I'm like, oh shit, they're here. But I realized the date was approaching me, and so much has happened in August. You have my friend Sherry who died, Kevin and Don, the death of Elvis Presley. They just had Elvis Week at Graceland, and which makes it even more depressing now that Lisa Marie's gone, and of course they remembered her and everything. And I've been watching those videos and listening to Linda Thompson talk about Lisa when she was a little girl, and I was just boo-hooing and a bawling. And so August has just been a crazy month, especially this August. And it was in August when I closed on selling my house and bought my Glamper and took off on the road. I have been on the road now since 2017. So I'm not on, I say on the road, I'm not on the road anymore. When COVID hit, and the world got shut down, and everyone who lives in the RV community or the van lifers or whatever, we had to find a place to go. We had to find somebody that either owned a private campground or a private property. And some of my friends and I found this property, and it's just me and my friend Michael here now, and on 7 acres. And my landlord, he sure won't care for me hosting a fight out here on this 7 acres. So I got a hoping 7 acres. If anybody wants to kick that dude's ass, I'm just saying, bring your own lawn chair. $5 a head. Because I would love to see Griff, Benny, and Dolly just whip his bitch boy ass. Yeah, I said it. No, you love Elvis too? Yes, Lisa, I love me some Elvis. And I loved Lisa Marie. I loved her voice. And I don't know if you like to sing or not, but there's an app called Star Maker, and I've got over 100 songs recorded over on Star Maker, and some of Lisa Marie's songs are some of the songs that I've covered. I love the song Lights Out. Nobody Noticed It. I love her. Lisa Marie's cover of Dirty Laundry is my favorite of all. Okay, I posted a comment on his community page. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to him more. And, like I said, I'm not a big enough channel with a big enough following to do something like that on my own, but I would, for him and him only, would I be willing to support it and promote it and donate to it. But there's some of these other people out here that no, I would not. In the Get, oh, that, yes, her duet that she did with Elvis, that they I don't know, what are they, however they do it, how Lisa Marie did a duet of In the Ghetto with Elvis Presley. That, love that song. Another little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cried. Oh, y'all don't get me singing no Elvis. I'm going to start bawling. Hell, I was watching Glee before I came on, and I was watching the last couple of episodes, and when they go to nationals after Finn, the character that was played by Corey Monteith, passed away in real life, and they go and they get second place, but it was, they'd show, of course, a video montage of, Corey Monteith as Finn and everything, and just bawling. His parents are there, and yeah, where Lisa Marie and Elvis sang together. She did that like a re-recording thing, and a video of her and her dad, like, digitally put together or whatever. However, I don't know what the technical term for that is. But where it looks like her and Elvis are, singing together and stuff. Yeah, that one. But yeah, that's what I was doing, was watching Glee before I came on. I thought it was going to storm, because it's been kind of cloudy all day, and I know there's another hurricane, Ielda, or however you pronounce it, coming up through the Gulf. So if you're in the path of this new hurricane coming, please take cover. Don't be like my kin folks down there on the Gulf, be having hurricane parties. Yeah. What was it? Hurricane Ivan. My ex-husband's shed ended up in a tree. And no, it wasn't Hurricane Ivan. Hurricane Ivan hit Bullhorn Betty's house. It was the one before Katrina. Whichever hurricane it was before Katrina. Was that Hurricane Ivan? Hell, I can't keep them straight. I felt terrible that my Hurricane Hillary was hitting my friends over in California. I told Chrissy and Patty, I'm like, I'm sorry. Patty, she's just as much as of a Trump supporter as I am. So She's funny. She catches hell for it though. But anyway, yeah, I didn't really have any kind of topic or anything to talk about today. I wanted to just kind of come on and see who was available to chat and, talk about a little bit about this Blipboard stuff and I want to learn more about it and whatnot and everything. But do I think that it's something that will bring the true crime community together? No, absolutely not. There is too much ego and too much my dick's bigger than your dick and trying to destroy each other that I don't think that it's something that's going to bring anybody together. Because, one thing I've learned here in this community is that, oh, okay, oh, it's storming where you're at now? Well, we need some rain here in Arkansas bad. My poor tomato plants, cucumber plants, they're just deader than a doornail. But I just don't see that ever happening, because there's just too much, it's all a big contest. And I just don't understand that, why everybody has to make this whole. If you come here to YouTube and you want to have a channel and you want to make money off of true crime or cooking or crafts or whatever, and then that's what you do. But this whole back and forth, you're a grifter, no, 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 I'm a bigger grifter, you're a bigger grifter, no, you're the bigger grifter, no, you're the bigger. It never stops. Every single one of y'all are making money. I think I'm probably the only channel that's not monetized and doesn't flash a cash app. I don't make money off of this because I choose not to. I never have. In the 30 years I've been a victim advocate or an injustice activist, I've never made a dime off of it. But far be it for me to deny anybody else any kind of opportunity to make money. But let's get one thing straight. Whether you're bringing true crime, whether you're bringing hate, whether you're bringing drama, you're making money off of it. So nobody is a bigger grifter than the other. And then you got some on here that just straight up fucking e-beg. Please, I need a new computer. I need some new shoes. Mama needs a new purse, please. I gotta pay my light bill, please. Come on. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. So I'm going to close out because I have to turn my air conditioner back on because it's hotter than hell in here. I don't like to run my air conditioner when I'm doing a podcast or anything because my microphone is so sensitive, it picks up every single little noise. So anyway, but like I said, I just wanted to come on, chit chat, kind of let everybody know where I've been, what I've been doing, whatnot, and talk about this stuff. But anyway, I will talk to you all later. Pam and Lisa, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. And we'll talk some more blip boards, and I can, of course, let everyone know and see if this is something that we're going to, be able to support or whatever. But anyway, so everybody take care. If you're in the path of these hurricanes or in bad weather, please stay safe. And please, when you go out into this world, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Be the change that you wish to see in this world. As Michael Jackson said, it starts with the man in the mirror. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day.
What's happening, y'all? If you're looking for a sad true crime podcast, then get up off of that thing and boogie on over to the Ruby Pearl Glamper True Crime Podcast, where we give you the lowdown on all things true crime. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Catch you on the flip side.